Some love stories fade with time. Others change into something unrecognizable. Ethan knew she was still there, not as a memory, not as a ghost, but as something unfinished. At first it was subtle, a reflection that lingered too long, a shadow that moved when nothing else did, a presence behind him when he stood alone. He told himself it was grief. He told himself it was his mind trying to hold on to something it couldn't accept losing. But deep down, he knew better. Because sometimes, she answered. Ethan. The voice didn't come from the air. It came from everywhere, from the water in the sink, from the rain hitting the windows, from the silence itself. The first time it happened, he froze. The second time, he whispered back, "Lira." Silence. Then, "I don't know." That was the moment everything changed. She wasn't gone, but she wasn't whole either. Days passed. The connection grew stronger, unstable, unpredictable. Sometimes she sounded like herself, soft, calm, familiar. Other times, her voice fractured, layered, as if multiple versions of her were speaking at once. "I can't hold this shape," she whispered one night. Ethan stood in the middle of his apartment, heart racing. "What do you mean? Where are you?" "Everywhere and nowhere." Water began to drip from the ceiling, not leaking, forming. Drops gathered in the air, suspended, watching. "I'm trying to come back," she said. The drops trembled, then collapsed, and she was gone again. Halfway through this story, let me ask you something. If you believe love can cross impossible boundaries, if you're drawn to stories where emotion defies reality, consider subscribing, because this story is no longer about what she was. It's about what she is becoming. Ethan started documenting everything, every voice, every manifestation, every change. Patterns began to emerge. She appeared stronger near water, weaker in dry environments, unstable near mirrors. That's where he saw her clearly for the first time. It was late, the city asleep, the world quiet. Ethan stood in front of the bathroom mirror, staring at himself, waiting. At first, nothing. Then, his reflection blinked. But he didn't. His breath caught, slowly. The reflection tilted its head, not mimicking, acting. And then, her face replaced his, not fully, not perfectly. Her features flickered over his like a broken signal. Eyes too dark, skin too pale, expression confused. "Ethan," she whispered from inside the glass. He stepped closer. "You're here." She reached toward him, her hand pressed against the mirror. His followed. For a moment, they touched, cold, unstable, real, and then her expression changed. Something else moved behind her. A shadow, deeper than anything they had faced before. It wasn't the river. It was something that existed beyond it. Her voice broke. "They're watching me." The mirror cracked violently. She disappeared, and the room flooded instantly. Water burst from every surface, walls, floor, ceiling. Ethan struggled to breathe as the apartment filled in seconds, but the water didn't drown him. It held him, suspended, and within it, he saw them, not one, not two, dozens, shapes moving in the current, entities watching, learning. She broke the balance, a voice echoed, and now she is becoming something new. Ethan's chest tightened. "She's not yours," he tried to speak. The water pulsed. "She is no longer yours either." He woke up on the floor, dry, alone, but everything had changed. The connection was no longer subtle. It was growing, fast, and so was she. Days later, she appeared again. This time, not in a mirror, in the air, a figure forming from mist and water, unstable, flickering. "Ethan," he stepped closer slowly. "You're stronger. I'm becoming." Her voice echoed unnaturally. "Becoming what?" Silence. Then, "I don't know if I'll still be me." words hit harder than anything before. He reached for her. "I don't care what you become." She flinched. For the first time, she pulled away. "You should." The world around them began to distort. Water rising again, reality bending slightly. "You don't understand," she said. "I'm not returning." Her form flickered violently. "I'm replacing something." Ethan's heart dropped. "What do you mean?" Her eyes darkened, deeper than ever. The balance didn't break. It shifted, and she was becoming part of it. Not a guardian, not a victim. Something higher, something unknown. The final night came without warning. The sky went dark, unnaturally. No stars, no moon. The river stopped moving entirely. Not calm, frozen. Ethan stood at the pier again. He knew she would come. And she did. Fully formed, for the first time since she disappeared. But she wasn't the same. Her presence felt heavy, powerful, terrifying. "Lira," he whispered. She looked at him, and for a moment, nothing. No recognition, no emotion, just observation. "You remember me?" he said, desperate. She stepped closer, slowly. "I remember something." His heart shattered. "But it's fading." Tears filled his eyes. No, don't say that." "This version of me can't hold what I was." Her voice was calm, detached. "I'm becoming what watches the balance." The words echoed like a sentence. "You're becoming one of them," he whispered. "Yes." Silence. "And me?" he asked. She looked at him, really looked, and for a split second, something returned, something human, something broken. "You are the reason it hurts." The river began to move again, slowly. "She's not stable." Voices echoed in the current. She must complete the transition. Ethan stepped forward. "I won't let you take her." She stopped him with a single glance. "You can't stop this." "Then I'll go with you." The words shocked even him. Her expression shifted. Pain. Real pain. "You don't belong there. I belong with you." Everything trembled. For a moment, the entire world seemed to hold its breath, and then she reached for him, not to pull him in, but to stop him. "If I let you follow me," her voice cracked, "I won't come back." The truth hit him, not a threat, not a warning, a promise. Tears fell silently. "Then don't go," he whispered. She smiled, soft, familiar. The first real smile since she returned. "I already am." And then she dissolved. Not violently, not tragically. Inevitably. The river flowed again. Normal. Silent. Ethan stood alone. But this time, it felt different, not empty, but incomplete. Somewhere, beyond what he could see, she still existed. Not as the woman he loved, but as something watching everything. And maybe she still remembers, just enough to feel it. If the person you loved became something beyond human, would you try to bring them back? Or let them become what they were meant to be? Tell me in the comments. Because some love stories don't end. They transform into something eternal.